This is a video about, I've been getting a lot of messages from everyone from my Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, just everywhere, right? And they're like, Godwin, how do you do it, right? How do you build an online business and you're still consistent? You're still enjoying life, right? You're still, having fun with your family, going out, traveling, etc., etc., etc. So I decided to actually make this video in depth and actually post it onto my YouTube video. So let's get into it. What's going on, guys? So I always, this is a question, like I said there, everyone been asking me, and I decided to actually break it down to you guys just because, being an entrepreneur, it's not hard, but it does take a lot of sacrifice and a lot of dedication. And, I do have a daily structure plan, right, on a daily basis. Like when I wake up, before I even wake up, like 2-3 days before, I always plan ahead, right? And, I don't just wake up and just decide I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to, run ads for this business, I'm going to, launch this e-commerce store, or I'm going to launch that, right? So, I do believe in planning ahead, right? That's one of the rules to success that I actually believe, and I'm actually seeing the results, right? I do plan ahead on the, 2-3 days before that day comes up. And, sometimes I'll write it in my notes. Like I have tons of notes here. Like I'll write it, like it's everywhere, right? I'll write it, put it in my phone, or, I can actually write it down, and I plan ahead so that I can actually get those things knocked out the way. Now, you're probably asking me, like, how do you plan ahead, right? So it's like, how do you do it? And one of the main ways that I do is, like I said, I actually write it down, put it in my phone. Another way that I do it is that sometimes I already know exactly what's going to happen on this day, so I prepare for it, right? And, I position my mind to actually be ready for what I'm going to do. So one way that I do that is actually going to the gym. I always have a set schedule of when I go to the gym. It can either be in the morning or it can either be in the afternoon time. And then I have daily breakfast. The reason why is because those two things go hand to hand, especially becoming an entrepreneur, especially you really want to position yourself to be healthy, right? You want to position yourself not to be tired because, us entrepreneurs, and for everyone that's entrepreneur watching this, we can actually relate to what I'm about to say. There are times when you're not going to have any time for yourself, right? And the most thing about, being an entrepreneur, you want to have time for yourself. You want to make sure your body is healthy and, positioned in a way for you to wake up the next day and dominate what you have planned ahead, right? So, and then the next thing I want to talk to you guys is that at the end of the day, I know with 100% of myself what I'm working towards and why I'm doing it. So everyone out there that's watching this video right now, you guys have a why of why you're becoming an entrepreneur, why you're becoming a lawyer, right? Why you're becoming a doctor, why you started your e-commerce business, right? There's a why towards that, right? And I know that within me, I know exactly where I'm going towards, and I'm working hard to get towards that. I'm working hard to get that Lamborghini that I actually want, to buy my mom that G-Wagon that she actually deserves. Everyone has a why, right? And, I don't have to go in depth to why I'm going hard, but, if you don't have a why of, for whatever you're doing, you're going into total destruction, right? And you're probably like, God, what do you mean by that? What I mean is that you're putting yourself in a position to work as hard. You're working hard, right? But you're putting yourself in a position to go hard as you can, but you're not going anywhere. You don't know where you're going, like, right? I don't know if you guys ever been in a position, if you ever use the GPS on your phone, right? You put the GPS to a direction that you're going, right? But the GPS took you to the wrong house, right? To the wrong event, to the wrong place. That's how life is. You want to be able to know exactly where you're going to be, right? It goes hand in hand with long-term goals, short-term goals, and then, just massive goals, right? The massive goals is what you want in your lifetime. If you want the Lamborghini, if you want the Bentley, if you want the mansion, you want to be able to know exactly why you're doing exactly what you're doing. I know why I'm doing exactly what I'm doing. I know why I dropped out of school to become an entrepreneur, to make my first 6 figures. I know why I'm doing all this, to retire my parents. I have a why. And if you guys don't know your why, make sure to drop your why below so that you guys can we can actually talk more about, why you're going hard, and I can actually help you get to where you want to get to. The next thing is discipline, right? This is the most important thing in becoming an entrepreneur. You want to be disciplined, right? You want to have a set rule of what you do on a daily basis, right? You want to carry yourself a certain way, right? You want to be able to move differently than the percentage of people that are not going nowhere you want to go, right? And that's when discipline comes in place. You want to learn how to respect people. You want to learn how to surround yourself around winning people, around people that's doing exactly what you want to do. And discipline is very, very serious. Like me growing up, not to say that I'm how can I put this? Not to say that I'm was a goody boy when I was growing up. Everybody had their ways growing up, right? And there were certain things that my parents was actually telling me that I didn't actually understand when they were telling me this, right? But now later on, when I actually dropped out of college at 18, 19, got into internet marketing, then I actually seen exactly, and this is why, I loved school back then, because in school they were teaching you, even though they wasn't teaching you how to become an entrepreneur, teaching you how to become a boss, teaching you how to make your first 6 figures, 5 figures, 7 figures in school. One thing that they really did teach you was how to be respectful, how to be disciplined, right? And, if you get in trouble, what do? They discipline you, right? Not by whooping you, but they discipline you by punishing you, taking things away from you, right? It can be your phone, your game system. Like me, when I was getting disciplined by my parents, they took away my game system, and I was pissed. Reason why is because I couldn't play with my friends online when they got back from school. So this is why I love discipline. This is why this is a trait that you have to actually study, right? You have to actually implicate that into your life, right? Great habits, right? It's the same thing that goes with discipline. Business comes first before pleasure and fun. This is something very, very serious. I have seen tons of people that take pleasure and fun before business, and that goes hand to hand with your why. If you decided that you want to have fun before building your generation, actually building your molding your foundation of wealth and success, that's totally fine, right? But I do believe that business comes first before pleasure, right? If my friends wanted me to go somewhere, like let's say they want to go to California, right? If it's not about business, right, I'm not going to go to California unless I'm going to be in California for a month or two. The reason why is because I don't like moving too much, right? As you can tell, I'm in here in my office. We have a warehouse on the other side of our office where we drop ship our products for eCommerce for all our platforms. I don't like moving, right? I either love being here or at home, right? Reason why is because this is where I make money. This is where I drop all the content that I release to you guys on a daily basis, right? This is where I focus the most, right? This is where I write everything down. This is when I plan ahead. This is when I write on our whiteboards on how to, get our funnels, get a lot of things, right, organized. This is why business comes first before pleasure. Once you knock out the business, right? Once you create a plan of how long you're going to work, right? One day I worked for a whole 14 hours and I didn't eat for that whole 14 hours, right? Because I was figuring out things with Facebook ads that just different. I like to create different strategies when it comes to Facebook marketing. So I was figuring those out. I couldn't eat. People were calling me on a daily basis. Let's go out. Let's do this. Let's go out to eat. No. Business comes first before pleasure and fun. Once you actually master that and implicate that into your life, you will learn how to move different and move how the successful and wealthy people move, right? Because if they were having fun and they wasn't taking care of business, and I'm not saying not to have fun, right? All I'm saying is to make sure the business is knocked out the way before you actually have fun, right? That's what I mean. Business comes first before pleasure. How to become productive and stay focused. One thing I do is, if I want to become productive and stay focused, I lock myself into my room. I lock myself into my office, right? I put myself in a position where I put all my phones on airplane mode, and I stay off social media and I work, right? I work. I call the people that, doing the same thing that I'm doing to actually mastermind through, video chat, right? Through FaceTime, right? Through Skype, just anything, right? Or we can meet up in Starbucks and work. But the best way that I love working, and if you guys have a different formula, drop it down below and I can actually take a look at it, right? The best way that I like to work is to stay in a quiet place with my computers and work, right? And that's how I stay focused. Staying focused goes hand in hand with being consistent, right? If there's something that you have to get done, you have to be consistent. You have to be dedicated and committed to actually get that work done. Now, if you're not focused, you're not going to be consistent, right? Because you're going to be sidetracked by the things that's going on left and right? So this is why you have to become productive and stay focused. Balance, right? Fun versus business. Now, this is something that I love the most, and hopefully you guys will actually understand this. It's okay to have fun and make money, right? That's the goal. You don't want to overwork yourself and, make all the money and not have any fun, because there's no point in you making money if you can't enjoy it, right? But you want to learn how to actually, if you're going to have fun, you want to learn how to have fun the right way, right? With the right people, right? There are some people out here that, that shouldn't even be around you because of, I do believe in the 33% rule, right? But at the same time, there are certain people that you should actually surround yourself to have fun with, right? With good energy, good vibes, right? They speak good positivity. They help you actually grow your business. They give you good knowledge, good information. That's the difference between fun and balance, right? It has to go hand to hand, right? You have to learn how to be in the middle, but not like this, right? This is you don't want to have all the fun and your business is not balanced, right? Or your lifestyle is not actually balanced. And then at the end of the day, right, just to close it out, you have to love what you are doing. If you don't love what you're doing, you're not going to enjoy it, right? If you don't love what you're doing, you're not going to enjoy. You have to love what you're doing. I love every single thing that I do in my business, right? From digital marketing, from e-commerce, to the university, to our EDU university we actually just launched, to every single thing, right? I love it. To running ads, Google AdWords, YouTube ads, I love it. This is what I love to do, right? And once you have a passion for something, the sky is your limit. You will sacrifice a lot to actually get to where you want to be. I'm talking, when I mean sacrifice, guys, I mean sacrifice good things, right? Not but so you will sacrifice a lot to actually get to where you want to go, right? You will sacrifice the bad friends that doesn't need to be around you to get to where you want to be. And if I tell you guys, my history of a lot of people I had to let go to actually get to where I'm at right now, to me having this beautiful office I have here with my partner Chris, to having a warehouse on the other side, to actually having my own multiple six-figure eBay business, eCommerce with Shopify business. It's a certain type of happiness you have, right? And this is why I'm telling you guys how to stay consistent as an entrepreneur, right? You have to learn how to stay consistent in your business. No matter if you're an entrepreneur, if you are a business owner, if you are a lawyer, whatever you are, learn how to stay consistent. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, right there. Hit the subscribe button to actually follow me for more content. Like this video if you love this video. Dislike this video if you dislike this video. And tell me why you dislike the video. Make sure to follow me on social media. Hit me up in IG. Let's connect. Love you guys. See you guys later. Peace.